All right, guys. So let's move to the next question. The next question is counting the number of occurrence of a character in a string. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to find how many time the particular, the character has been occurred, right, in that particular word, right? So let's say I have written, a finite. Okay. So how many time, the particular e is being repeated, right? That correct character has been occurred, right? So this is the way which we need to find, and let's do it in two way. First, I'll create I'll do it without function, and then we'll do it with function, right? So let's say I have a word. I'll manually write a word. Let's say the word is let's say programming is a word. Okay, so I'll write programming. Okay. Okay, I hope this is the correct spelling. Yeah, so programming is the word. What I need to find out is, let's say I wanted to find out that is character equal to let's say I wanted to find out how many time you know uh, m is repeated, right? So I'll write m. Okay, I want you to find out how many times that particular m is being repeated into the word called programming. Okay, so what I'll be doing is okay, I'll start with the same way. I'll start with count. Okay, count equal to 0, and then I'll be using the for loops for, let's say I want to iterate into that particular word, right? That is programming. So I need to come up with a moving variable, right? So I can use I, you can use c, whatever the moving variable you wanted to take. Let's say I'm taking I. So for I in word, the particular word, right, that is called programming, I'll move and I'll check if that particular I that is in the word is actually matching with the character m, right? If that I is matching with the character m, I'll increase the count. So what I'll do is I'll check if that particular I is matching, means equal to with that particular character, that is m, right? So the character can change, right? Whatever the character you wanted to pick. Okay, and then I'll simply gonna be increase the count. So I'll equal to count plus 1, or I can simply write count plus equals to 1. Okay, and then I'll be what, I'll be printing my count. So simply you can print your count. Okay, and I'll execute this. So you can see this 2, right? So m is actually, you can see this by just by looking into this programming, m is repeated 2 times, right? So let's just change this m to let's say g. See, g is also repeating 2 times. If I'll check with p, p is repeating, not repeating, actually it's coming 1 time only. Let's say I'm doing it for o, so you can say this, right? Okay, see, 1 time, right? So this is the way we can do it. Okay, thank you. All right, guys. So let's move. Okay, so we saw that, right? Like how we can count the number of occurrence of a character in a string. Okay, so let's do it with function also. So let's say I'm creating a function that is called def. Okay, and I'll give the function name. Let's say number of occurrence I'm finding. So I'll use num underscore occurrence. Okay, and then I can give an argument. Let's say the argument, because like we will be having two arguments over here, because not only we need to find the character, right? Because we need to find what for what character we would be finding the number of occurrence, and also the word. Okay, so we will be giving here two kind of the argument, right? So that is word and the particular character. So what we will be doing is we will be taking over here two arguments. Okay, so guys, let's move forward. So what we did back then was like we saw that how we can find the number of occurrence of a character in string, but we find it in a very basic way. So let's just do it in a functional way. So what we will be doing is we'll be creating a function. Let's say the function is diff, and the function name, let's say I want you to find the number of occurrence. So I'll write like num underscore occurrence. Okay, and then I can give the arguments. Over here we need to take two arguments, because not only we need to find the particular occurrence for the particular number, the characters, because we need to pick a character, then we need to find that how many times the particular character has been occurred, but in that particular word also. So we need to find we need to take two arguments over here, the word and the character. So I'll take two arguments. Let's word first, the second is your character. So I'll take character as my second. Now I'll use the same logic because the logic will remain same. What? The first is the count. The counter will remain as 0 for the initial purpose. And then I'll use a for loop over here in the same way for I in your word. Okay, because I need to find in words, right? For I in word, if your I is actually meeting or like matching with the particular character we have, so the character can be anything that I would be inserting in my function, and then I'll do it like I'll increase my count as count plus 1, that is equal to count plus and equals to 1. Okay, and at the end I would be returning my count, so I'll use return your count. Okay, and I'll execute this code. I missed an indentation. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay, guys. So let's do it with functions. So def, I'll give the function name. Let's say occurrence of word. Okay, occurrence of word. Right. Let this as the function name, and then I'll give the two arguments. Over here we will be having two arguments, that is word and the occurrence. So I'll take word, and the second is your character. So I'll take two argument, that is word and character. And then the rest of the logic will remain same, that is count is equal to first, that is 0, and then I'll give the for loop for I in your word, that is this, and then I'll basically gonna be coming up with my condition, right? So I'll use for I in word. Okay, and then I'll come up with my condition. The condition is your if your particular I is getting equals to your character. Okay, what I want is like I want my count to get an incrementation with 1, so I'll write like count plus equals to 1. Okay, and then what I can do at the end is I can return my count. Okay, I can return my count. Okay, that's it. If I'll execute it, right, this is getting executed now. I can use my function name, that is called occurrence word, and I can give my two argument, that is first is word and second would be the character. Let's say the word is Python, and let's say the second word would be, let's keep it a little big so that we can see that particular character is getting repeated or not. So let's say repetition, p TITIUN, whatever the word I want to do. So I can give a kind of character which I wanted to see. Let's say I wanted to see I. Okay, and then I can execute it. So you can see this I is getting repeated two time, occurred two time, right? As you can see this. I can check it for the different one also. Let's say I wanted to check it for E, I can do it for E also. So you can see this two time, right? So this is the way we can count the number of occurrence in a particular character, particular word. And we need to pick a character first, because for that character we need to find out how many time that character is getting repeated into that word. Okay, all right, thank you.